What's up, everybody? Alex here. Welcome back to another video, and welcome to a little video about some VCLT, some vinyl community love train from some just absolutely outstanding people. So I am going to jump right in. So the first one that I received actually yesterday, I've opened it, I've listened to it, I've done the thing, but wanted to give a shout out, make a video about this. The first one was a bit of a birthday present. I have a birthday coming up. My birthday is March 1st. Please make sure you're taking note of that, so you can send me all the cash or whatever you want to do. I appreciate you. Thank you. But this was a record that my good friend Sam St. John sent to me for my birthday. Now, for those who know, probably know that Sam and I have gotten pretty damn close over the months. I mean, I got a chance to visit Sam back last fall when I had first started this channel, and it was like my first VC meetup or whatever, and we hit it off like that. It felt like we had known each other forever. And I, truthfully, and this is, talking directly to Sam here too, I say this, Sam has become one of my absolute best friends, without a doubt. He has like risen in the ranks that quickly because he's just such a good soul, and he's so funny, and he's so welcoming, and I just I can't say enough about what Sam means to me as a friend, and I can't wait to pay him another visit here in about a month, and it's going to be hilarious and great. So Sam was kind enough to send me a record for my birthday, which I'll show you right now. So, what's interesting, Sam, as close as him and I are, we don't have a ton of musical overlap. I mean, he's really into a lot of the folky Americana, singer-songwriter stuff, which I do love a lot of that kind of stuff, but me, I'm also into like prog and metal and hard rock and all that kind of stuff too. But one of the main areas that we definitely overlap in is our love of classic and kind of current power pop. And so this had been a record he had been talking to me about for a while, and I just said, hey, I can't find it. I would love to get it. It sounds awesome, but I can't find it. And he was kind enough to send this to me. And this is a record from 1994 from Velvet Crush. The name of this record is Teenage Symphonies to God. So that is a direct reference to, I think, the working title that was going to be given for Smile, the sort of unreleased Beach Boys album that was supposed to come after Pet Sounds. And obviously the very heavy sort of Brian Wilson influence all over this. So yeah, this was 1994. I don't think this was ever actually released on vinyl in the US. So this pressing is like the only official pressing of it. But yeah, I mean, power pop, yes, but it feels a little bit more, it feels a little less polished. I don't mean that in a bad way at all. There's like some almost rootsy type influences there. There's slide guitar in there. It's almost more of like an indie sort of feel to it. But I absolutely love this, and I'm looking forward to giving it some more spins as the week and the weekend goes on. But I just couldn't be any more grateful for this. Now, what's also funny is, as I was opening this and, opening the box and all that stuff, I realized, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It, comes with like a little fold out, poster. Like, that's awesome. Like that, we love those sort of thing. Obviously, a super cool insert, for the record. But then it also had a little, note card, postcard thing. Again, Velvet Crush, Teenage Symphonies to God, exclusively distributed by Back Groove Records. They're the only place that you can get this record. And on the back of it, this is a little phallic to me, which is hilarious. But on the back of it is whatever this is. And then it just says Rick with a C and an exclamation point. And again, no idea what that is. That could be the guy from Back Groove for sure. It could just be like the, the owner or whatever, or whoever it is at Back Groove. But I was also looking, I was like, okay, RIC with this poster in this record, but the first name listed as the band member is Rick Menck. So I have no idea. I mean, this could very well be him, or it could just be, somebody else random. I'm not really sure. But that's cool and dope regardless. So that was just some extra icing on the cake, which absolutely loved. So Sam, I can't thank you enough, brother. I love this. And not only do I love this, but I love you, man. So thank you dearly. But next, it was some more VCLT that I got a couple weeks ago. And this is from someone who's been equally as supportive and equally as amazing in this whole, YouTube world. And that's Steve over at All the World's a Stage. Actually kind of appropriate that I'm putting them together because, for those who don't know, Sam is actually Steve's son. So, this actually makes perfect sense that we're keeping it in the family. But, Steve, without a doubt, has just been somebody who has been my biggest advocate and supporter. Even before I had a channel, he was constantly on me in the best way of when you starting the channel, when you doing this, when you doing this. And he's just been the best. Steve, I love you, brother. You've been, quite honestly, if you were the only person I met doing this whole hobby thing, I would be totally content and happy with that. That's what that means to me. But along with that, Steve also is a king of VCLT, but this was interesting. So him and I did a video on his channel a couple weeks ago where we ranked and had a discussion about Badfinger and ranked the albums. So in preparation for that, he had sent me this Badfinger book, Every Album, Every Song. I've seen these books a lot. I had never owned one before, but they're great books. This guy just sort of, literally, it's what it sounds like. A great sort of overhead, not too into the weeds. It's an easy read. It's not a thick read of every song from every album with the perfect amount of background info and all that kind of stuff. And then a couple weeks later, I was on a stream or on a video and talking about how one of my favorite albums of all time, and arguably one of the most important albums in hard rock, heavy metal history, was Deep Purple's In Rock. And he had made a point that he goes, "Have you ever read this book?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "All right, it's on the way." And so he had sent me Deep Purple, Wait for the Ricochet, which of course is the classic line from Child in Time, which is one of maybe a top 10 favorite song of all time for me, and my favorite Deep Purple song. Now, here's what's awesome. These alone are great, but what's important, I think, and I told Steve this, is he is now responsible. I've not read a book since I was in grad school, which was not for pleasure, and it was 10 years ago. And I don't actually remember the last time I genuinely read a book for enjoyment. So Steve has he has sent me more books, and I've done more reading due to Steve in the last 2 weeks than I have done in the previous 10 to 12 years. That says a lot. So seriously, both Steve and Sam, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you guys enough. You're simply the best, and you make all of this worth it in so many different ways, and I just can't thank you enough for that. So thank you both, love you both, and for everybody else out there, thanks for hanging in there and seeing these cool gifts that they sent me, and be good out there, and we'll see you soon. Cheers, y'all. Bye.